Good evening, Kenton community. My name is Sabatino Samato. I'm your superintendent, and this is your weekly Connection update. I really encourage you to check out the Connection this week. Of course, we have that weekly update from me. Then we get into our safety tips for families. We have our school and district highlights, and then we finish it off with our recognition. So let's get going. First, in my message, of course, you'll see a welcome back. Our first week back with students, and I will tell you, I've been in all of our schools multiple times, as a matter of fact. Our students, our staff are doing such wonderful work already. Really great culture, really great climate. The kids are happy to be back. I know Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into Thursday, it was quite warm, but everybody did a great job getting through it, and really just a great sense of really pride to be back at school, and congratulations to all of our families, kiddos, and especially our staff. But I also want to talk about some challenges. Transportation. We've had some wonderful things with transportation. Some good work is being done. Some challenges. We are still short some drivers, and we're doing some things with rerouting for some of our kiddos. So I really encourage families a few things, and you'll see this right in the Connection. First, continuing to be patient with the changes as they're being implemented. Second, please help us spread the word that we're trying to recruit even more drivers to Kenton. I want even more drivers. And folks, a third thing that I just want to really reiterate, continue to check on the portal what your bus assignments will be for your children. And really check them, especially on Sunday evening. We're going to have teams in here all weekend this weekend working diligently to fix some of these problems. We've had a call center going all week, and we're really trying to make this better. I know every year we go through some transportation challenges coming out of summer. And you can imagine, especially those that have been affected, we really appreciate your patience. But as you can imagine, it's been difficult for many families. So let's continue to work together, and we will, I promise you, continue to make this better. Thank you to our transportation crew for continuing to do everything that they can, and let's keep that positive work going forward. Other good news, though, eligibility for breakfast and lunch, that expanded eligibility. You probably caught it on the news this week from a press conference from our representatives, Senator Sean Ryan, Assemblyman Bill Conrad, really have worked so hard for Kenton, and now everyone is absolutely going to receive. Everyone is eligible. All of our students, free breakfast and free lunch this year. We've reiterated this before. We're reiterating it again. It is a great program, and please take advantage of it. So thank you once again, and thank you to Kim Roll and our entire food service department for all of their sustained great work. Check that little piece out there. Safety tip for families, and none other, it's really being conscientious to have those conversations with kiddos about coming to and from school, both on transportation and even as a walker. And when I say walker, that does include parent drop-off and pickup. But folks, it's so important that our kiddos understand it's even different from when we were kids. Too much of this going on while we're walking, and not enough always recognizing what's going on in our surroundings. Accidents can happen at any time, and I want our kiddos always really wide-eyed and aware of their surroundings at all times. So look at that safety tip for families. We give you some nice tips there. School and district highlights. Our Board of Education visited Franklin Elementary School. There's a piece there. WKBW Channel 7 visits Kenmore Junior Senior High. Kenmore East percussionist performs at Sydney Opera House. Franklin Middle Web leaders give a warm welcome to 5th grade students. Hoover Middle National Junior Honor Society students lead tours and community building events. Kenmore West students kick off school year with Balloon Tower Challenge. And finally, Kenmore-Tonawanda Police K-9 Unit visits Hoover Elementary School. Which brings us to our final piece in the Connection, and that's our recognition. And our recognition this week goes out to all of the spectators that were at Adams Field and Crosby Field last weekend when we implemented some new security protocols, including our weapons of mass casualty detectors and some other procedures that we put in place. Folks, Everyone was so patient. Really, it went off without a hitch. We had a little bit of a delay at Adams Field. That the learning is in the doing for us as well. We're going to modify some of our procedures to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. But everyone did such a wonderful job. Our kiddos were great spectators. Our families had fun. They were great spectators. Our staff was so dedicated and devoted to making sure everything was great. And we really had a great time all together. But speaking of learning is in the doing, what we learned is we are going to modify one of our procedures. We're not going to require IDs any longer from those who are high school age and above. Now, middle schoolers and below, if you are with a parent, we're not going to request ID. But if you look like you're middle school age and you're not with a parent or guardian, we may ask you for an identification. And that's just the new protocol. Instead of IDing everyone, that's the only real reason we've learned for why we requested those IDs. So we've modified that a little bit. And folks, we'll always continue to modify as we go through. Speaking of those security procedures, we even continued security procedures this morning at Kenmore East during arrival. Congratulations to all those kiddos. It was our first shot. We didn't check the entire school, but we did a dry run with, I would say, more than 2/3 of our students that were entering this morning, and everyone did a great job. And we will continue to do this just like we did last year in previous years, where we'll do some random screening. We will continue at events like football games. We will continue at events like dances, and we will do some random events at schools in the near future. So thank you to our community. Thank you to our kiddos for doing such a great job. Thank you to our staff for being second to none. And that brings us to the end of our connection. And folks, it's been a really wonderful week. I can't apologize enough with some of our transportation challenges, but there have been some great improvements to transportation, and the team is working extraordinarily hard. We do have amazing bus drivers. We do have amazing staff, and they're doing everything that they can, faced with some last moment shortages that we were faced with, and we will continue to correct it. So thank you to all of our community for their patience, because together we will get through it, because we are Kenton proud, we are Kenton strong, and we never stop working to move Kenton forward. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful, safe weekend.